Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. As you probably know, the Speaker of the House in the US Congress and another bunch of elected officials from the United States will, or at least plan to visit Taiwan. They're going to have some visits in East Asia. They're going to go in, I don't know what exactly the purpose of all these meetings are, but the point is that Nancy Pelosi would like to land in Taiwan. Obviously this created a big problem, and China refuses to accept that or allow her to land in Taiwan, and made some very specific statements regarding this, including the fact that her plane might be shot down, according to some Chinese media outlets. The politicians, though, said that they might use military action if Nancy Pelosi chooses to attempt landing in Taiwan. The United States stated that they will provide, or might provide, fighter jets and some ships to make sure that, I don't know exactly what, she's gonna land in Taiwan. So let's see what this article says from Fox News, July 29th, 2022. Chinese state media personally suggests shooting down Pelosi's plane in Taiwan. Well, one thing is to talk about it and the other one is to do it. I don't know, I can't remember if China has a high rating, of, I don't want to say trustworthiness, but, following up with whatever they say, doing what they say. I don't know if it's as consistent as Russia is, because Russia is very consistent in doing what they say they'll do. So the former chief editor of the Chinese Communist Party's state tabloid, the Global Times, suggested that the country shoot down US Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi for visiting Taiwan if her plane refuses to divert course. As I indicated in my previous videos on this subject, I looked at some scenarios, what could happen if she decides to go ahead with her plane heading towards Taiwan. And I said, well, the other thing is the Chinese will tell the pilot, communicate with the pilot of Pelosi's plane and tell that person to divert course. Then they probably will scramble some jets coming over, and then what? Let's say the pilot of Nancy Pelosi's plane will refuse to obey the suggestions, orders of the Chinese military, let's say, or whomever is going to communicate with him. Are the Chinese going to shoot the plane down? Are the Chinese going to ram the plane? Going to do some dangerous maneuvers? Are they going to fly in front of the plane and release some debris, as allegedly they did with an Australian plane about, 2-3 months ago? What are they going to do? The problem is not, how should I put it, words. What are they going to do? If the guy says, no, I'm going to go straight and I don't care, you have to somehow physically to intervene. Is China prepared to intervene physically? Now let's say Americans have fighter jets. Is that considered an invasion or a violation of the Chinese airspace? I'm not sure about that, but let's see what these guys are saying here. China's government has warned it will take forceful measures if Pelosi visits Taiwan after the Financial Times reported she would travel to the Chinese claimed island nation next month. It says here forceful measures, but I had articles saying that their military will not stay idle. Hu Xijin, former chief editor of the Global Times, called Pelosi's plane visit an invasion and suggested shooting down the speaker's plane if US fighter jets escort it to Taiwan. And I'm quoting, "If US fighter jets escort Pelosi's plane into Taiwan, it is an invasion," Xi Jinping wrote. And then I'm quoting again, "The PLA has the right to forcibly dispel Pelosi's plane and the US fighter jets, including firing warning shots and making tactical movement of obstruction. If ineffective, then shoot them down." End quote. A US government official said, and I'm quoting, "This is unnecessary rhetoric and the US policy towards Taiwan remains unchanged." Well, Lieutenant Colonel Martin Miners, a Pentagon spokesman, he's not a spokesperson, a spokesman, said, and I'm quoting, "It wouldn't be appropriate to comment on any congressional travel possibilities." Taiwan, officially known as the Republic of China, is an island nation off the coast of Asia's mainland. Taiwan has declared itself independent of the People's Republic of China and has claimed continuation of governance from pre-revolutionary China. The People's Republic of China has long claimed sovereignty over Taiwan and the Taiwan Straits. The relatively narrow strip of ocean between the islands, it's about 100 miles, I think, of Taiwan and Chinese mainland. That's what she is. The Chinese military has frequently sent planes into the area testing Taiwan's air defense systems or zone. The US doesn't have official relations with Taiwan but has stepped up engagement with the islands as China seeks to isolate it from global institutions. But now let's see what Pelosi exactly wants. Pelosi and her delegation will also visit Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia and Singapore and spend time in Hawaii at the headquarters of US Indo-Pacific Command, the Financial Times added, citing people familiar with the matter. Now, who retired from the Global Times last year, has continued to write and speak for the CCP online and national events. The former editor rose to prominence with aggressive, mocking and intentionally provocative comments on social media. However, a series of scandals and serious accusations has damaged his reputation domestically and abroad. He was accused as blah blah blah. Now they try to assassinate his character, and I'm not going to read that, because if we go by that, we can attack each and every person on this planet, because we all have shit in our lives, including everybody else. Let's stop there. So, as I said, I do not know the legal, and they did not explain everywhere. I tried to find this legal answer. Is it illegal for Pelosi to land in Taiwan? Does Pelosi have to ask permission from Beijing to land in Taiwan? Can Taiwan accept foreign leaders? I think other guys landed over there. I don't know about leaders. I don't even know the extent to how much Taiwan can do, and then why Pelosi would like to go over there. Is this a signal that we are with you? That could be, and I'm predicting that Taiwan, if China remains strong or gets stronger, will get a second kind of Ukraine, a little bit different, because it's isolated, it's too close to China and too far from the rest, and they have to use navies, and it's not the same thing as Ukraine. But it seems like it goes that way if Russia is able to hold up and not disintegrate. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what happened in Ukraine. Even if Ukraine is going to be a perpetual war, there's no Ukrainian winning unless Russia will disintegrate from within. Ukraine can't win. What do you mean? It's going to get to Moscow? I don't think so. Are they going to get the Russians back to their borders? I don't think so. And if that happens, will they stop over there? And then what? Ask for reparations, and Russia will do what? Show them the middle finger? And I don't think Russia will say, "Oh yeah, okay, we were pushed back to our borders. Now what?" If that would happen, that would be a eternal humiliation for Russia, and it's going to be forever in the Russian nation's history books and conscious. That will not happen. That Ukraine beat us. So they will use other weapons if they get that point. So in the meantime, I don't know what's going to happen with Pelosi. I would gladly like to see if she tries to get in and the Chinese are really serious about what they say. I would like to see what happens. Thank you very much, and I would definitely let you know if you're going to find before me. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.